Hey folks, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, and interviews. It's Wednesday, August 9th. Hope you're well. And in this video, we're going to be discussing the SEC breaking news in that they appealed the Ripple XRP decision. We're going to be talking about the ongoing fight, and we'll go through the details here. We'll try to keep this one short and sweet. This is my 7th video. I said I was done, but this news just came out. So before we get to it, make sure to smash the like, help support me in the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, you'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. But taking a look here also at X, formerly Twitter, make sure to go give me a follow over there at Group Pow. So the handle is at Group Pow. And I'm going to be boycotting Facebook, going to be using X as my platform going forward. And really liking what's going on now that Elon is at the helm. But taking a look at the article here, Bitcoin Sistemi, I've never heard of them before. But apparently breaking SEC appeals Ripple XRP decision. So we'll go through this here. According to our court records, the SEC is appealing Judge Torres' final decision, which we pretty much knew. I think this is a nothing burger, right? Like, there's not really much that's going to come of this, in my opinion. This was probably, we knew that it was going to happen if it didn't happen within the next couple of days, it probably wasn't going to happen. And then sure enough, right in the 11th hour, right? So in my opinion, this doesn't mean that the decision is going to be overruled and the appeal could take several years, right? So this could just be a tactic, and we could even see a settlement, post-judgment settlement any day, right? This could just be posturing again. So the SEC has submitted a letter of intent to appeal against Judge Torres' summary judgment in the SEC and Ripple case on July 13th. In a letter to Judge Annalisa Torres, the SEC indicated its intent to file an appeal under 28 U.S.C. 1292B based on two adverse liability determinations contained in July 13th, 2023 decision. The ruling, which gave a summary judgment to the defendant Ripple Labs, concerned allegations of unregistered security sales. The SEC contested the court's conclusions, particularly those related to Ripple's scheduled offerings and sales and other distributions in exchange for non-monetary considerations. The SEC erroneously ruled that these proceedings were the landmark SEC versus Howey, argues that it was deemed not to involve the offer of a sale of securities in context of the lawsuit. He argued that a provisional appeal and subsequent clarification of legal standards would facilitate the resolution phase and potentially avoid the need for two separate hearings. In addition, the SEC expressed concern that the resolution of the case could be delayed for years if no appeal is filed. So again, let's just go over to our news channel here. Breaking, that's the article there. But yeah, we're not making massive headlines just yet. But if we go over to like CoinDesk, take a look here. So no mention of it yet, but as far as I can tell, like I said, it looks to be true, and we knew it was going to happen more than likely in the next couple of days, if at all. So again, we're not that familiar with Bitcoin Sistemi, but it looks like I don't think this is. I don't think this is fake. This is just me trying to get to to update everybody on the news as quickly as I have it. And yeah, we'll see what's happening in the chart here. We did have a pretty big drop there from about 66 cents down to 63, about 5% in a relatively short period of time. And we're recovering, but no major chart damage. And then if we just go to XRP here, take a look at the daily time frame. We could still see an EMA 12 and 26 bull cross as well. So like I said, don't lose sight of the fact that we could potentially see a settlement post-judgment, or we could even get Congress step in. We could get, there's a lot of things that could happen. We could get a spot Bitcoin ETF approved any day now, any month now, any week now. Could even get a few, Kathy Woods. Kathy said that she thinks that we could get multiple approved at the same time, like the Valkyrie, there's Invesco, there's BlackRock, there's herself, right? And then there was one other one as well, a Grayscale trying to get one approved. So it's probably not going to be Grayscale. It's probably going to be BlackRock and Fidelity, and then the big ones, and then maybe even Kathy would. You never know. So again, when everybody thinks this is the end, right, is usually where we get our capitulation move down, and then we could even go, if we take a look at the low to the high here, we could go as low as 55 cents in my opinion. So we need to prepare ourselves for the inevitable breakdown here, and we are seeing an EMA 12 and 26 bear cross as well, heading to potential daily oversold. So daily oversold could be that final spring phase that we're looking for here, and this final reversal, because nothing usually happens as we expected, right? So we could come even down. We have no monthly support all the way down to 41 cents, but we could even come back down and backtest these EMAs around 50 cents, 50 psychological. And then, like I said, everybody thinks we're going down from there. And that's when we get our EMA 12 and 26 bull cross. And then we're off to the races. And if we bring up the XRP chart here, we're gearing up for a weekly bull cross. This is looking amazing. It's like the most bullish chart I've seen. I've already done a video on this, that it's XRP is the most bullish. Check it out. But you can see Ethereum, whenever it had its weekly moving averages bull cross, look, it was doing the same thing. 50 was below the 200 weekly. It crossed. Price went from about $300 all the way up to almost 5,000. Then we had a bear cross, and we're more than likely going to see tons of downside for Ethereum. Maybe Ethereum will get sued by the SEC. Who knows? I think they very well could. But if we take a look at XRP now, look, bull cross, bear cross, bull cross, massive move, bear cross, downside, and now we're gearing up for another cross as well. So if we do something similar, in my opinion, if we use the fib tool, right, and if we go from, let me just bring up the other chart that I have here. So XRP, if we use our high to the low here and use our fib tool in the next bull market, we could be targeting the 3.618 around 12 bucks or the 4.618 around 15 bucks. I think we could easily do anywhere from $10 to $20 in the next bull market, and that could be sparked by Bitcoin ETF. We could get stablecoin regulation here into the fall as well. But if Bitcoin can do it, right, from its high of 2017 to the low, it hit its 3.618 extension there at 62,000. And then if Bitcoin can do it, and taking a look at Ethereum, from its top of 2018 bull market to the low of the bear market, it hit its 3.618 at 4,800. So if it can do it and Bitcoin can do it, why can't XRP? When I argue that XRP has more utility, it's more robust, and it's likely got long-term staying power. It's being used by countries around the world and enterprises around the world. So if it hits its 3.618, that would bring us to about 12 bucks, right? So in my opinion, that can absolutely happen. And then if we take a look at XRP here on some of our weekly indicators as well, you can see here we're blasting off above the 10-week moving average. We are seeing a potential bear cross here on the stochastic and the MACD, so we could see a little bit more downside, like I said, maybe 55, 50 cents, and then that will be our final move before we see a massive move. And then we also have the 50 weekly there at 45 cents, so we might even see a flush of 50 go, triggering a bunch of stop losses and fear and uncertainty and doubt and just absolute raw fear right in the market again. Everybody thinks we're going down to 20 cents again, and then that's where we see these cross bullish, right? Same thing here. When it crossed bullish, we came down, we got above it, and then a massive crash, and then we went on to new highs. So nothing happens in a straight line. Nothing happens. It's usually pretty rocky by the time we get there, right? And then if we take a look at the daily time frame on XRP, we had a golden cross back here. But again, when you see the 50-day below the 200-day and they cross and it's golden cross, doesn't mean we're going to the moon today. We saw a huge move, but then a huge correction, and then the massive move. But it took multiple months for that to happen. So again, here we are seeing the golden cross, but it's taking multiple months to happen. Realistically, any month now, this thing's ready to send. But let me know in the comments below. What do you think of this decision and this appeal? I think it doesn't mean diddly squat. I think that it's just a posturing tactic, and we could even see a post-settlement judgment. Post-settlement in the case. Post-judgment settlement on the case here. Any day, any week, we could see a spot Bitcoin or a few approved. And like I said, the whole broader market looks ready to see higher highs and just have a massive end of the year. But make sure to smash the like, share the video with anybody that might find value, and leave me your comments and thoughts below. But going into there, it's Rob with Power Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth, and we'll see you on the next video.